Hey, boys and girls. It's time for Uncle Jay Explains the News. Now here's the guy who helps little minds understand big news stories, Uncle Jay.
Hi, boys and girls. Well, it's almost Thanksgiving, and that's the traditional day that we share our blessings with the family and the friends that we love. And then the very next day, we trample them to death at the mall, trying to get to the bargains before they do. Maybe we could back off on that tradition. Well, Uncle Jay's news word for this week, and don't be scared, it's not what you think, is class. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about school class. This word has other meanings, like having good taste and showing some respect, something the news media does not do much of. For instance, Newsweek magazine got many complaints about their cover picture of Sarah Palin because they used a photo that she had done for a runner's magazine. You know, just because she likes the outdoors and fresh air does not mean that there's something about her that is untamed and wild. Most people agreed that a major news magazine should show a little more class with the pictures on their covers. Meanwhile, the President of the United States is having no day at the beach either. He is trying to deal with a long and endless war that some people say is just unwinnable. The culture is too primitive, and the leaders are hopelessly corrupt. And yet, Obama still has hope that this Congress will be able to pass health care. We'll see. Well, some other people showing very little class right now are America's banks and credit card companies. They've been raising rates and adding new fees before a new law kicks in that'll make that harder to do. Right now, the credit card companies want you to think they're Santa. But come January, it's Scrooge that sticks around a lot longer. Well, someone with plenty of has announced that she is moving on. Oprah Winfrey says she'll be leaving broadcast TV for cable. And maybe that'll help the ratings for some of the people that she leaves behind. And now it's time to answer one of your news questions. This week it comes from Elizabeth with an S in New York. Hi, Elizabeth. And she writes, Dear Uncle Jay, I just saw the movie Pirate Radio. Yes, I'm old enough. And I've seen other movies, too, about the 60s, like Forrest Gump. Since you were around then, Uncle Jay, can you tell me if those movies show things like they really were? Thanks, Elizabeth. Well, movies like Forrest Gump and Pirate Radio show that it really was a magical time because people in the 60s could magically hear songs from the 70s whenever it fit the situation. And even though it was a turbulent and difficult era, Uncle Jay tried to live through that time with as much maturity and wisdom as he could muster. Don't forget, you can see more at www.unclejexplains.com. Check back every Monday when Uncle Jay explains the news. And remember, a great kid is great news.